We're going to go over our 6 tips on how you cannot go stir crazy being self-quarantined at your house with our special guest, T-Hop, again on Chavez 360, brought to you by Live Masters, where we feel alive by going live. And your journey and connection to us begins right here. We're broadcasting to you live from Las Vegas. And where are you tuning in from, Teresa?
El Paso, Texas.
El Paso, Texas. Okay, so if you don't know who I am, I've been on a live video journey for the last 1,157 days. And I go live daily with videos just like this with the intention to leverage this platform to make authentic connections with people and build amazing relationships like I have with my special guest, T-Hop. So listen, we were talking tonight about thinking of giving you some amazing tips of some things you might not have thought about, some things you already may be doing to help you not go stir crazy during this situation that we're in. So I'm going to highlight some of your comments and let Teresa introduce herself to you if you don't know her. Teresa, say hello to everybody.
Hey guys, I'm Teresa, and I live in El Paso, Texas. And yeah, we're just going through one of those times where we're on a mandatory stay-at-home order. And I know a lot of us are doing different things to deal with it. And so we're going to give you guys some tips. We're going to tell you what we're doing, and we want to know what you're doing.
Yeah, so when's the last time you left your house?
I did go out today because I need to get dog food and I need to get milk.
Okay.
And I need to get some meat, and pretty much that's what I got. So,
all right. So
but I had it for like 3 days.
3 days. All right. Yeah. So now, I mean, it's been like 4 days since I've actually gone anywhere. I leave the house and walk the dog. So that's pretty much like definitely get out. Hey, we have Colette here saying good morning from South Africa. So let us know where you're tuning in from, where in the world you're watching this. And when's the last time you left your house? So we're in a couple of minutes, we're going to go over our 6 tips that are out so you don't go stir crazy being stuck in the house. So,
and if you are going stir crazy, drop us an emoji or something and let us know, because, you know, it's hard not to. We're social creatures. We want to get out. It's very hard when you're limited and you can't do your normal things and you can't talk to your friends or get together with them and family even now and, you know, embrace each other. So we just want to know if you're going stir crazy too.
Yeah, I'm not going too stir crazy at all. I'm just sharing this in a couple communities real quick, and then I'm going to talk to you guys. I don't mean to be rude. Yeah, I'm not going to stir crazy. We have Kelly from Fort Worth tuning in. I've been doing okay. You know, I have a home-based business, and I've had this business before what happened, and so been prepared, pretty much not leaving the house, just difference the kids being home. So, you know, that's another aspect to all this too, right? It's just crazy. So, Teresa, would you like to share the tips that we came up with together before we did this live video and start sharing?
Yeah. And you know, I also wanted to tell people, I know, like, are you feeling stir crazy? But sometimes are you enjoying actually the time kind of even to reflect, you know? And so that's what some of these tips are going to kind of be talking about. Because I think sometimes maybe this is really good for a lot of people, for just to make us grateful and to realize, were we taking anything for granted, and really just kind of take the time for ourselves actually, and just kind of enjoy that moment of not having to run around and be everywhere and do everything, even though it's tough. But are you enjoying that part of it too? You know? So yeah, tip number 1, you know, focus on doing good to others, you know? Oh, actually I missed that. Wait. But either one, they both do, because focus on good doing for others and to keep a positive mindset with an objective view really goes together. So, keeping a positive attitude and doing good for others is the same thing because that positive attitude is going to affect them. And if you can stay positive, then it kind of trickles down. But whatever you do to do good to others, giving value. When you're out, just following the rules, staying and respectfully, that 6 feet away from people. That's doing good unto others. Staying home is doing good unto others, because you don't know if you've been exposed or not. So if we follow, we are doing good unto others because maybe we won't be in this situation for as long as we think we might be. Maybe it'll be quicker. We'll get through it a lot quicker than it dragging on for longer. And
So
what do you
keep,
think? Does that make sense?
yeah, so keep a positive mental outlook, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
we're gonna get through this. It's obviously it's not as, don't make it worse than it is, but take it as serious as it is, right?
And be objective. Don't always believe what you hear. Make sure that you're not like letting certain things cause fear to, where you're not making, rational decisions or you just aren't thinking clearly or that fear just, makes you afraid to do anything, So just keep going by the guidelines. So if you can be objective too, keeping the positive and helping, doing good for others, basically following the rules, like what they're asking us to do. Number 2, deepen relationships, reconnect, re-engage with people that maybe you haven't in a while. And I think a lot of us are doing that. Who's doing that? Let me know. I know I'm reaching out and I'm getting phone calls and I'm talking to people that I haven't talked to in a while. And it's really great. And it's not just because we're bored either. Everybody that I've reconnected with and stuff, it's truly because, we want to make sure that person's doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, I think it's different now when you reach out to someone and you ask how they're doing. I that's what I always used to do before all this happened, and it means more. And now when we meet online too, and we see each other, and we get to see the people that we always get to see online, it's like, wow, those relationships mean even more now because we can't go out in our daily life. Like people can't go in their daily life and connect with the people they normally connect with in person anymore.
Yeah, it's like that's your socialization. We're social creatures. We like to interact and be social, and it is. I can see that means more now too because you're almost excited about it because it's not like that's like the new norm, kind of in a way
Yeah,
for this moment in time.
yeah,
So yeah, but I think reconnecting and deepening relationships, even like your romantic relationships, even with
yeah,
your children,
yeah.
you're connecting with your children. I mean, how many times do you go out to a restaurant or have gone out to a restaurant and seen a family eating dinner and they're all on their phones?
Mm-hmm.
Are you reconnecting and understanding like, wow, I really miss this?
How about having a dinner? How about a family being able to have a dinner at home where they all sit down and have dinner at the dinner table with no devices and
Yeah,
because everyone's home from work, right?
exactly. I mean, think about it. That it really puts a lot of things in perspective. And I think it is awakening, kind of to a lot of things, of where we were and where we are now in comparison to make you really realize, wow, this is what I'm doing. This is, you know, I miss this, or this is great. We're actually talking and communicating.
Right, right. So what's next tip?
Maintain daily structure. You know,
Ooh,
I know that's tough. So, meaning coming up with something that, get up in the morning, work out. You can use your body weight to work out, move, do something, journal, read a book, drink water, do something, meditate in the morning. take a shower, get dressed, put your makeup on, do that normal stuff that still makes you feel instead of, because if you start just staying in your jammies, sitting on the couch and watching TV and not doing anything, it really puts you in a state of non-motivation. And get outside even in your backyard, or if you have to do, I'm sure we're all excited now when we have to go out and get milk. we get all excited when we have to go out for actual essentials now, probably because we're like, oh, I get to go somewhere. And yes, go for walks, do those things that kind of make you feel like you still have some kind of routine, and I think like for me, getting up, working out, I have something set up in my garage. I mean, you can do body weight workouts, do whatever, yoga, move, walk, but showering, getting ready kind of like for your day and still feel the way you felt before all this happened.
Right. Well, I think that also too, since our kids are home from school, we had to write out a schedule for the kids and try to stay on a schedule and keep them, I mean, they're kids, so they still have to go to bed at a reasonable time just because they don't have to get up and go to school in the morning. They still have schoolwork and stuff to do, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the next tip?
1, 2, 3, 4. Start a journal.
Start a journal. Huh. Do you journal? Does anybody that's watching live or that's going to come on the replay, does anybody journal right now? Is anybody journaling? I think a journal would be interesting, right? Because this is history, literally, and your experience. If you journal, your experience could be history. You could be writing history, don't you think? This is, I mean, we're literally sitting in seats no one's ever sat in before, so we're all a part of history, right?
You're not reminded about absolutely, Rachel. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
We are reminded of a lot of things take for granted. Yep. That's a good one. For sure.
And I think journaling also too, just about your feelings, or if you're like feeling anxious, if you're feeling certain ways and you put it down on paper, I always feel when I journal, that it just makes me feel a lot better. Even if it doesn't even make sense. If I'm just writing stuff down as I write, I always find that it just helps me kind of like get in balance if I feel off. So, even if you're angry, if you put those things down in a journal, I think that it really helps you express those feelings and get them out in a way that is calming. And, like I said, you can go back and look at those things or you cannot. It's up to you, but it's just a means of keeping track of stuff. And like Mike said, I mean, this is historical. So all the people that are writing about it, it's going to be really interesting,
Oh yeah. There's going to be books, there's going to be movies, there's going to be all kinds of stuff, right?
Absolutely.
So what's the next one?
All right. The last one is to tackle all those projects that you never had time for.
Oh, this is a good one.
What projects?
Yeah, projects. What kind of projects are you working on right now that maybe you procrastinated about because you didn't have time? What kind of projects are you working on right now that you've wanted to do for a long time that you just didn't have time to do, but now you have no excuse and you're actually doing? What about you, Teresa?
I am going to resurface my countertops. And I have painted and I've done a lot of yard work because getting out in the yard work, first off, I mean, I need to do it. And there are some things that I want to do out there, but getting that done and kind of shifting things around and redoing some things out there gets me outside. But I did my master bathroom cabinets and I did my upstairs cabinets. So now, and then I'm going to do my countertops. And, I need to do some artwork.
Yeah, Home Depot is booming, and Lowe's and Home Depot, all the hardware stores and home improvement stores are booming. People are they're fixing up their homes, they're planting gardens, and people
Yeah.
are doing people are doing stuff that people haven't done in 60, 70 years in this country.
I know.
Going out for walks in the neighborhood, sitting down with their family for dinner, um, cleaning out their sewing room and finishing dresses in South Africa.
Oh, that's
That's
so cool.
that's what's really awesome. Actually, about this platform is we get to connect with each other and understand each other's experiences of what people are going through and make the human connection still on another side of the world, another time zone. We have we have South Africa in the house right now, and then we just have Janetta just tuning in from the UK. So yeah, so literally as I speak, we're saying hello to everybody in the world, and just here to add a little bit of value and a little bit of just talk tonight about some tips. Teresa, you want to just go over the tips again, highlight them all for everybody if that might be coming to the broadcast that missed them, and kind of let everybody know.
Yeah, for number one is positive mindset, keep objective view, and just focus on doing good to others.
Mhm.
Number two, deepen relationships. Reconnect, re-engage with the people that you've wanted to, but maybe been caught up in other things. Number three, maintain daily schedule. Right? Absolutely, come up with a schedule and follow it. Keep that self-care and maintaining doing the things that make you feel good, whether if it's doing your hair, putting your makeup on, all those things. Keep doing. Here we go. Start a journal for sure. I think we should all be recording some of the things that we experience and how we feel during this time. I think it's to record for historical purposes, and tackle those projects, those home projects, those things that you wanted to do. Be creative, whether if it's artwork, creating, building something, all those things that you wanted to do, you can do now because we have the time to actually do it and
Mm-hmm.
kind of bask in it. Really, I know there's a lot of things that people are worried about and stuff, and we're going to talk about that because we really want to um, let people know that we're here, we want to know how they're doing and that we care. And so just keep track of our lives, put notifications on there so when we go live you can hear about what we're doing. And we really want you to keep tuned in, right? Keep tuned in because we want to know what's going on, um, especially around the world. I think it's so awesome to know that people are letting us know what's going on there, and so that we all realize that we're all kind of going through the same thing. We have the same worries, same stresses, the same hopes, and all that stuff. So keep tuning in with us because we have a lot of stuff that we're getting ready to talk about, or we're really excited about, and we really want to know what's going on where everybody else is.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned a minute ago, Rachel was saying that she can't even go out and walk her dogs where she's at in South Africa, right? And so, here's the thing about that I wanted to touch on real quick. Routine is important, and stay with coverage. Yeah, we're all in the same boat. Let's see. So sad you can't walk your dog. Here's the thing. Well, here's the thing. It's like in other countries, like where this came from, the people in that country, when the government locks things down, it's like serious business. Like they don't even question anything, and they just. I think that our country is having a really hard time with this social distancing, and it took. I don't even know if there's still left, but one time recently there was still 7 states that didn't implement the social distancing and the 6 feet rule. And and demanded businesses to shut down. So it's just really weird how it depends on where you are, even in this country, how serious people are taking it. For goodness sake, look what happened during spring break. All the people that were there, the government refused. I mean, the governor of Florida refused to close the beaches.
Yeah.
It's a spring break because he was worried probably about, obviously losing too much money. But anyways, it's very interesting times how differently people are taking it serious and different. Some people don't even take it serious. Some people say it's just as bad as the common flu, and more people die from the common flu than this. And I don't know what that's why it's interesting.
It is.
Really interesting. That's why you have to have the right kind of mindset. And I don't know. This is what I believe. That I believe that I believe when it's your time, it's your time, and I'm here for a certain amount of time, and when it's my time to go. I've had already in my life a near-death experience, and I know that common sense and being smart. Obviously, you're going to keep yourself safe, right? The whole mask thing. I don't know what I don't know all about that stuff. I'm not a germ person. I don't know any of this stuff. I don't know what to believe. I just stay home with my family and keep them safe, and try to trust the experts as much as I possibly can because I don't know. So I have to follow and trust that I'm doing the safe thing for my family by keeping them home and keeping them safe.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think we all are doing that. And I think we all are kind of in the same boat, so we can all relate to the same fears. Like I said, I think we all are going through it in a different way,
Mm-hmm.
but in the same sense too, because we all just want to, I think we all just want to get back to normal. We all want to see people happy. We all want to see people do well, and we all want people to do what they're meant to do and just to live a fulfilled life.
Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, in closing, I think that just be kind to each other, be loving to each other, and stay positive, and pray. That's what I do. This is what else can you do? What else can you do?
Appreciate everybody who's tuning in with us, especially from anywhere else in the world. We so appreciate that.
Yeah.
I love that other people when they pop on. I love. I don't know. I just enjoy other cultures, and I think it's just really neat because I really think in the grand scheme of it, we're all kind of the same, yet we're all different too. So in
Yeah.
ways, and I think it's really neat.
Yeah. I think it's awesome and amazing. Well, I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody. And before I go, I always invite everyone. If you're new to my broadcast, or if you've seen me before, I want to throw an open invitation to our community Live Masters. It's an amazing personal development community where we're just positive and we're all about making connections. And we love to do live videos. Imagine that. And we love to even help other people who may be scared to go live or don't know how to make those kind of connections online, or may think it's difficult to show up as yourself and just try to make amazing friends. Well, that's what our community Live Masters is about. It's free. And we invite you to Live Masters. If you want more information about it, put some question marks if you're in Live Masters, put the hashtag Live Masters for us to present. Tracy, you want to say goodnight to everybody?
Yeah, good night. Thanks so much for showing up. And, a great day tomorrow. If you're already in the day, have a wonderful day. Good evening, afternoon, everything.
All right. Good night, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace. Bye-bye.